Danny, FA Trophy win here at Broadbridge Heath this afternoon by 3-1. What were your thoughts on the game in very difficult conditions?
Yeah, I think so. I think the wind played its part, didn't it, which was tricky, and then the pitch was quite long, which, you know, grass pitches normally are this type of year when they're trying to protect them, and got a bit dry really, considering the amount of rain we've had, so it was quite hard to move the ball at time. For both teams, they're a footballing team, they want to get it down and play, and they played some good football at times and worked us a little bit in. It's hard out of possession to get hold of them until later on in the game, but yeah, I thought we had to deal with that. They're always going to be tricky, these games, aren't they? Especially coming off the back of two really big games at Hendersford away and at home, and 200 minutes, and we felt that was going to probably take its toll, and there'd be a few tired legs and bodies maybe in there. So it's ultimately that we had to change the squad around a little bit and use some different bodies.
And obviously you went to a back four today, but you had three youngsters on the pitch coming in. How do you feel they performed?
Yeah, I thought they all done well. Like I said, it was a tough game, wasn't it, to get any sort of control. I thought we were really good first 15, 20 minutes, got on the front foot. I thought Rio was a real handful for them and ultimately got his goal, and probably went a little bit sloppy and a little bit safe maybe for 5-10 minutes, and ultimately give them a corner, which is always going to be tricky in the wind, and they've managed to get the first contact and make it 1-1. And I said at half-time it's about being patient, and sometimes with young players on the pitch and some new partnerships on the pitch as well. Boller and Ike haven't played together, Rio and Jay haven't played together before, and Charlie and Blackie coming in the middle. It was going to be patient and just keep being patient in our play, and I thought ultimately we did that second half and then turned the screw and got the second goal, which was important, and into the third.
And do you think the substitutes made a bit of a difference?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. I think same as the other night, Tuesday, I thought the bench come onto the pitch and really affected the game when it needed some control and some people to stay on the ball and be brave, and they did that. And I felt today, I thought they'd come on in the other way and give us that little bit more energy and that little bit more front foot play, and not for any fault of the ones that come off. I think it was just the nature of the game had gone a bit dead, and ultimately we had some good athletes on the bench and some good players on the bench. And I said to the boys before, we want a competitive squad, don't we? We want good players that we can use, and we want to change things around without it really affecting our consistency and our performance. And ultimately, I think over the 3 games we can be really proud of the squad.
We saw Frankie go down in the first half, just before half-time. Did you take him off as a precaution? Yeah.
I think Frankie felt his calf a little bit, so it was the right thing to come off the pitch. Obviously, I think we missed him in terms of being that target man for us. Liam's a good centre-forward, but a different type of centre-forward. And ultimately, we had to adapt a little bit more at half-time. We said about getting the ball wide and trying to get balls across the box rather than high aerially into that. But yeah, I think Frank's okay. I think it's just a little bit tight, so maybe a consequence of playing in some 2 real big games, as I said, Saturday and Tuesday. So we're assessing, and fortunate now we've got a week, no game Tuesday, so we've got a little bit of time before we prepare for our trip to Spennymoor.
And how forward are you looking for that next?
Yeah, really excited. I said to the boys, can't think about that until we do our job today, and it's really important that we come here and give the opposition the respect they deserve and get the job done. But like I say, I think we can look forward now, and I think our planning, we'll analyse what we did today, and I think that's important. We're going to Tuesday with a real focus on trying to get into the next round of the FA Cup, and we're fortunate enough we're going up Friday, so our preparation will be really good, and it'll be up to the boys to prepare and hopefully give a good account of ourselves come Saturday.
Danny, thanks very much. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you. Cheers.